made mountain out of a molehill. And what did you learn from that?
Ma'am, you are using some good idioms, but sometimes I'm not able to understand. So if you sharing the simple thing, then I will be able to.
Yes, yes. Mountain, like make mountain out of the molehill. It means exaggerate a small problem, right? If like sometimes what happen, like that thing is very small, problem is very small, but you made that very big,
Okay,
right?
got it, ma'am, got it. Sometimes the issues are where we face. Sometimes it's a very small problems, okay, but sometimes due to overthink, okay, we overthink sometimes a lot. Okay, where due to overthinking, we feel like this is a very big problem, and we have to face a lot of things in future, and because of that, we will be like skipping that simple problems. But somehow, if you concentrate, like let's say 1 hour, 2 hours in that, we will be able to rectify, like we will be able to solve that problem at that point of time itself, instead of lagging that problem like for future. So I believe we can sit together and we can discuss that point of time. It will be easier to like solve that problem at that point of time, so we will not be able to face any problems in the future. So this kind of suggestion I would like to add to the simple problems that we face in every day.
Yes, of course. Because what happened, many times we get upset when someone don't reply you, and
Yeah,
then you feel like okay, it might it might be they are ignoring me, right? So that time you become exhausted and feel okay, the person he he don't bother me, and he like he or she is ignoring me, right? So you become very anxious, and you become very anxious, and you overthink on like few like a small thing. So later like okay, the person who was quite busy, that's why he didn't reply me. So yeah, later you feel like, oh my god, it was very small thing.
yeah.
I just made a mountain out of the molehill, right?
Afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, right? Yeah, sorry.
So how have you been doing so far?
I've been doing good so far, and it's everything is going good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
Yeah, I'm Helen Hardy, and thank you so much for taking in. And okay, so I think since we are meeting very first time, right? So before
Yeah,
diving into this beautiful conversation, so I would like to know about you because
sure.
we are very new. Yeah.
Sure, ma'am.
So
And thank you for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. So let me introduce myself. So my name is Prashant. I'm based out of Mumbai, Maharashtra. I'm working in the software field from more than 9+ years of experience as a senior software engineer. And apart from that, recently I've started a YouTube channel as well, Learn from X, where I'm connecting with a lot of co-learners, where I'm having this kind of conversation videos, and I got to learn a lot of things from them. And that's a little bit about myself.
yeah, glad to know about you. You are doing wonderful job. And may I introduce myself as well?
Sure, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, my name is Shweta and I'm connecting to you from Delhi. I'm a homemaker, mother to two wonderful children, and I hold my BCom BA degree. In addition, I'm a CTET qualified. I used to teach, but at present, I am running my on YouTube channel where I enjoy conversational video. And I would say I call myself I'm enthusiastic English learner. So I'm here to imparting my knowledge as well as I grab some knowledge from my co-learner. That's a lesson more from my side. And thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself. Thank you. If you have any further question, then you are feel free to ask. Okay.
So, ma'am, so how long have you been learning this language?
Mhm. It's been more than 6 months,
Okay.
so I've been learning this language. Yeah.
Okay, got it, ma'am. So I believe during the conversation also you are using some advanced vocabulary as well and some idioms. Okay. And where did you learn all those things?
Yeah, by practice or listening, others and reading books. We all know like there are a certain aspect of this language. So if we will go through that, then we will learn lots, right? Just we need to follow all these aspects related to the this language. So we can get lots of knowledge, and we can enhance our vocabularies, idiom, phrases, right? Whatever you want.
Got it, ma'am. Got it. So how many hours do you spending on learning this language specially?
As you know, I'm a homemaker, so I get my leisure time. So I would say this time is afternoon time is my down time. So which I use productively. And yes, because nowadays I have been learning this language, so it's a very great experience for me because if you want to uplift your skill, so it is very beautiful platform. So you don't need to enroll yourself any expensive coaching classes or English spoken classes. you just put your effort and you can learn each and everything. So this is something I'm doing and I'm learning.
Absolutely, ma'am. Because of the internet, and you don't need to go any other places to learn anything. Like because of the internet, if you search anything what you are aiming for to learn, right, you can just search on the internet and you will get all the resources. Just you have to spend that quality time to learn that, and you can grab that skill.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would equally eager to know about you. Like, what do you do especially for enhancing this language, or if you want to imbibe lots of things related to this language? So, what do you do? You are doing something, uh, something extra, out of your routine. So, please share
Yeah.
here.
Sure. So apart from that, like from last 5 months, I'm learning this language. Okay, and where I'm enhancing my communication skills. Okay, and where I'm following the shadowing practice, where I watch some of the best YouTubers videos, and where simultaneously I'm trying to mimic them. Okay, so because of that, I was like able to articulate my thoughts with crystal clear to the other person as well. So because of that, this kind of practices, I believe everyone knows that there is other practices as well. LSRW, like listening, reading, writing, and speaking. These are the practices where you can apply to any other language, whatever the language that you want to learn. And if you apply these techniques, then you will be able to improve your communication skills as well.
Yes, right.
And
I'm so
apart from that, every single day I'm spending 30 minutes audio conversation with a lot of co-learners using CV application. Okay, where I'm using for 30 minutes, which is a free application where I got to connect with a lot of co-learners, and I got to understand a lot of things from other person as well, how they are improving, how they are like making a progress in their life and like that.
Yes, it is very important. Like when we connect to different people, they come from like different part of our country. So we are learning lots of things, and like we just share our thoughts, our culture, our everything, and also we are getting from them. And we are not learning only this language, but also we are learning lots of things from others, right? Because if
Absolutely.
like I am from Delhi and you are from Maharashtra. So if I don't know something about your state, then I must ask to you, and you will tell me all these things. So in this way, like uh, I accomplish lots of things from you, right?
Yeah. That's absolutely, ma'am. We got to learn with like a lot of people, especially we are from different background. I am from different background, and we share some kind of insights, the kind of struggles that you have gone through throughout the life, and I also gone through some of the struggles in the life, and we have different future goals as well, and we are working towards that to achieve that goals, right? And so like that, we will be able to share our thoughts to the audience who are watching the video as well.
Okay, so now we are just like conversing a similar common question answers, which always when we interact, so we always discuss this question. But out of this, I would like to ask one different kind of question to you. So yeah, so yes. So can you share a moment that you like you have sorry when you had to bite your tongue to avoid conflicts?
Okay, so in the sense, in the simple terms, could you please explain that question?
Some simple terms like when you are somewhere there is any group, right? And sometimes like if the moments has come like you have to the moments become like very tense or like argument kind of thing. So that time do you feel you have to bite your tongue, means you need to shut your mouth, and just for avoiding that conflicts or fight that time?
Okay, so in the sense you are saying like there is some kind of critical situation where you have to be in the position to you have to share your thoughts. You're saying, right?
No, if some moments are there when the argument going to start between like among the people, and
Okay.
yeah, and that moment if you if you shut your mouth, and then that conflicts or that fight can be can be, we can say, removed for that moment.
Okay, yeah, yeah. But I think if you are in the right context and if you know A to Z of that context, then in that case you will open your mouth and you can share your thoughts. Okay. in the group. Otherwise you can shut your mouth. It depends on the person to person as well. Okay, if you are like to share your thoughts to the other person, and in the group if they are able to listen you, and you are saying like I need to put it out in any way, then in that case you have to open your mouth and you have to share your thoughts to the other person as well. And sometimes it's good to open your mouth and share your thoughts to the lot of people.
Yes, yes. So like if I tell him, one incident happened with me.
Okay.
So it was time during my job. So someone complained to principal for a mistake that I didn't make, and that time like I felt I need to arguing back. But
Hmm.
yeah, but I thought, okay, right now I need to bite my tongue and stay calm. Later, yeah, later I explain all these things patiently, and then that moment all the all the conflicts has sort out. So that's why, yeah, I consider like if there is need, then you can set your mouth, and later you can make them understand the right things and right time, right? In
Absolutely,
this
ma'am.
way, yeah, in this way you can refrain the conflicts and fight.
I agree with the points that you have mentioned. Especially someone is pointed you saying like you that person did the wrong, but you will recognize yourself like I have not made that mistake. So in that case, you can silently you can ignore that problem, and once the time comes, they will recognize that you have not made the mistake. The other person is saying the opposite of that, right?
Yes,
So they will recognize that, they will remember you that you have not made a mistake. I have misunderstood the context, and I will say like sorry for like after whenever that time comes, they will say some apologize to the other person as well.
yes, right. Because sometimes, if you say something in the heat of the moment,
Yeah,
so yeah, the we can say you can fight you that moment you can like fight with each other, and the moment can be worst, right? So if
absolutely,
you
man.
avoid and if you show your actually maturity, if you are mature enough, then you can you always try to bite your tongues, and you don't want to fight with each other, because of you are a very mature person, and the importance of time and important, because in this way uh, you are also going to waste your time, waste your like energy, right? So it would be better to like stay calm, and like later you can make them understand the actual thing, what was the real thing, and if you will write, then you can keep your side, and then yeah, the problem can be sort out.
Absolutely, ma'am. I agree with the points that you have mentioned, because in the heated situation, like everyone in the like some different context as well. Some people don't understand that point of position, right? Some people will understand after they got calm, and after that when they get the time, and they will understand like I was very like rude to the other person because of that situation is happened, and it happens with everyone because we face that kind of situation in day-to-day life especially.
Right.
But sometimes we calm, sometimes we come out of that frustration and we speak some other things only. Because of that the other person will hurt, and it will give a lot of consequences in the future as well. We have to face a lot of consequences based on the situation. And I believe whenever we have faced that kind of situation, I believe everyone should be like calm, and they will recognize that like we have made the mistake and we will not repeat that in the future as well.
Yes, and also we need to keep a cool head at that moment, so that you can avoid that conflicts and that fight. And yeah, later on you can prove yourself, you can keep your side, and then yes, then people can will understand you, right? Your side and your perspective. So I think that would be better if you are if you are a very mature, and you know the the situation, the moment of the situation, then you can handle it very well, right?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely, ma'am. Yep.
So I would like to ask one more question.
Sure.
So that is, have you had have you had a made mountain out of a molehill, and what did you learn from that?
Ma'am, you are using some good ideas, but sometimes I'm not able to understand. So if you
So,
sharing the simple thing, then I will be able to.
yes, yes. Mountain, like make mountain out of the molehill. It means exaggerate a small problem, right? If like sometimes what happen, like that thing is very small, problem is very small, but you made that very big,
Okay,
right?
got it, ma'am. Got it. Sometimes, sometimes the issues are where we face. Sometimes it's a very small problems. Okay, but sometimes due to overthink, okay, we overthink sometimes a lot. Okay, where due to overthinking, we feel like this is a very big problem, and we have to face a lot of things in future, and because of that, we will be like skipping that simple problems. But somehow, if you concentrate, like let's say 1 hour, 2 hours in that, we will be able to rectify. Like we will be able to solve that problem at that point of
Yes,
time itself instead of lagging that problem like for future. So I believe we can sit together and we can discuss that point of time. It will be easier to like solve that problem at that point of time, so we will not be able to face any problems in the future. So this kind of suggestion I would like to add to the simple problems that we face in every day.
yes, of course. Because what happened, many times we get upset when someone don't reply you, and
Yeah,
then you feel like okay, it might it might be they are ignoring me, right? So that time you become exhausted and feel okay, the person he he don't bother me, and he like he or she is ignoring me, right? So you become very anxious, and you become very anxious, and you overthink on like you like a small thing. So the later like okay, the person who was quite busy, that's why he didn't reply me. So yeah, later you feel like, oh my god, it was very small thing.
yeah,
I just made, yeah, I just made a mountain out of the molehill, right? So
absolutely,
that's
ma'am.
why
So
so
sometimes due to the internet, right, we face a lot of things, right? Like someone is say like I'm available. Sometimes he might be facing some kind of internet connection issue or some due to personal things. He will be like, I will connect in like next 30 minutes or 1 hour after that. So it happens on a day-to-day basis. We have to ignore that. Like these are the very minor problems. If you more focus on the minor problems, then there will be a lot of big problems are there in the life, right? Where we have to solve that big problems instead of focusing on the small problems. Like these are the small things like you have mentioned, like we have scheduled a meeting for like this point of time, but other co-learner was not available at that point of time, right? So we like as a co-learners, we face every single day this kind of situation, so we can understand each other. Like they might be having some different problems, so because of that he was not able to join, and someone was not punctual, he might be forgot that timing, and because of that he was not able to connect. And there is a lot of situations, and I believe it happens on it like each and every individual person, and we can ignore these minor issues.
yes, but time, people don't understand this thing, and they become furious, and they feel, like an anxiety, or like, and they become anxious. Okay, the people are not giving me, value, or they are ignoring me. So it's you feel it's kind of, insult sometimes.
It's if you think like that in a more way, you will hurting yourself, your emotions. Okay, but make sure you improve yourself like that. Like other person will also like able to value you. In that case, if you're thinking in a such a way, right? So you have to show your skills to the other person. Like you are also capable enough. Okay, you are also like you are also able to value the other person. So it depends on the other person also, because if he is able to give the value, if he is able to give the respect to all other person, then he should able to give the respect to you as well, right? So it depends on the other person mentality and the how he teach to the other person as well. And so we don't have the control of the other person, right? You can control yourself. We don't have the control of the other person how you will treat me, right? It's your perspective, and it depends. So at the end of the day, I don't have any control of you.
Yeah, absolutely right. And whatever you mentioned here, like all the poems is very, like true. And we, a person is, like very responsible and understandable the things. They are mature enough, then they can handle this kind of situation, and they can understand the, like situation. But some of them, they don't want to understand, and they just make, we can say, they just make a mountain out of the hill, like molehill, and they, yeah, they exaggerate the things, and like sometimes it's turned into the fight or like argument, right?
It's
So
happens. It happens with the like people who have plenty of time in their hand, right? They have plenty of free time, especially, and they will have this kind of situations. But some people will running out of the time. Okay, some people are like they don't know how to manage the time. So in that case, they don't care about all these small things. But people who have like free for entire day and they don't know what to do, right? In entire day, they just think about these small things like he has not given me the time, he has not talked with me properly, and like that. There's a like everyone has their own perspective of the life. Okay, so everyone is there in there, if everyone is right in their life. Okay, so we are not here to like comment on any other person. Okay.
Right. Okay, so now like we can't we can say stress this conversation ahead. So for that we need to wrap up. And before signing off for the day, so would you like to ask anything that you want to ask? Then you can go. Otherwise, we should wrap this conversation right now.
Ma'am, I already asked so many questions in the beginning of the video itself, and I don't have any questions to ask you further. Okay, and I really enjoyed the conversation with you, the kind of idioms that you have used throughout the conversation. Okay, I myself am not habitual to understand that idiom, so because of that, I asked you to explain in the simple terms. Okay, and after that, I gave the answers. I believe I gave the good answers as per my experience. That, to be honest, it's my opinions. Don't take it in a serious way. Sometimes I got to learn a lot of things from other people. I also make a lot of mistakes, because as a human being we make a lot of mistakes each and every single day, and we got to learn that, we got to learn from those mistakes, and then we will be able to evolve in our life. So thank you once again for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to connect with you, and I got to learn a lot of idioms. And after this conversation, still I will go and search on the Google, saying like I want to understand some of the idioms, because in the software world that I'm in, right, people don't use that frequently these kind of idioms. Okay, and we use very simple language to communicate with, like, transferring the knowledge to the other person. But
Right.
yeah, so sometimes people use some advanced vocabulary, some idioms. So because of that, I'm not able to hedge, I'm never not able to understand that situation. Okay, and so it's okay, it's a part of the journey. Okay,
Yes.
and thank
Actually,
you.
actually, like you told me no, earlier, ma'am, you use some vocabulary or advanced idioms like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Then all of a sudden, the questions, came in my mind. Then I thought, okay, we should share here. We should converse on that. So yes, because this is the platform, like that's why we call it like it is learning platform. So in this way, we both are learning to each other, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so like I also learned lots of things from you, and especially your speaking way is very very good and excellent, I would say. So yes, I learned lots of things from you as well. So yeah, we will catch again. Yes, very soon. So till then, yeah, it's a very lovely talking with you and very fruitful and pragmatic conversation with you, I would say.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am, and thank you, ma'am. We will meet some other time as well. Bye.
Yeah. Likewise. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you.